What's happening, people? Relly and Teach ready to preach. It's Monday. We're still in Pinktober, as I call it. Teach, how are you, buddy?
Busy. Stupid
I
busy.
could I can only imagine. So, by the way, for anyone that didn't know, I found out just recently that these jerseys, so we always said that the discounts for the chat and such on a whim, even though I'm still trying to cut back because of finances, it's adulting. Glitch has been doing these flash sales that have like this 2-hour window to work. So this is why you follow their Twitter account. So this
I mean,
jersey right here, man,
we've
not only is
told
this
the audience
clean,
this multiple times to follow their favorite company's socials.
yeah,
Turn on
I
noties.
mean, so I will say, for anyone that wears this, me personally, I haven't washed this yet. It's a little long. I am 5'7". This is perfect for me. They do run a little small in my opinion. And also just for guys that are insecure like myself or the ladies, I can perfectly see everything when I put up the shirt. Remember, it is very breathable and well, you kind of get what I mean. Personal preference, wear a t-shirt underneath it. Something. But anyhow, uh
And
I
and
yes.
you were able to customize it.
Yeah, so for anyone that wants to
Let's see it. Show us.
might as well think I got the t-shirt underneath, but nah, dude, if I were to try to like bring
You
this
just turn
all
around and
around and
show it.
these yeah, that's what I'm saying, like move my chair out of the way and such, that'd be complicated as all hell
Nah,
just like this
he
was.
doesn't want us to see all that junk in that trunk.
Also that. But
Relentless, really demolish. He even got that done on there. And it was 50% off. How much did you spend after everything? 50% off.
so this is actually going to sound crazy, but also keep in mind if you're shipping to say the least, I shipped myself I'm sorry, I shipped my buddy. He wanted to know more about the brand. I shipped him a couple things from Glitch, and he lives in Florida. Shipping was still outrageous. Yeah, literally, he lives in Florida. Florida company to Florida was still wicked crazy. But let's see. I'm gonna have to. Do I have the receipt? It's not giving me price now, so guess I gotta keep looking. But I know that the 50% off code worked, which I was very surprised that worked on merch. Like, really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
So it's one of those
it
kind of cool
this
things
is
where, like, when they do the sale, the code isn't originally intended to work on stuff like that, but they know it does, and they're like, screw it. We know it's not supposed to, but we do it for the people.
so shipping was $23.23 because it's come from Florida and because it's still struggling from the after effects of the hurricane. So one custom jersey, one tub,
Here we
shipping
go.
and discount, 68.21. Keep in mind, shipping is shipping, but the jersey regularly costs $55. So, yeah, a custom jersey for $55, like really. But back to putting this to normal. So, yeah, Teach, if you missed that part, with that crazy shipping price included, a tub and this custom jersey with that crazy shipping was just over $68.
Pretty good deal.
Hell yeah, brother. As I try and turn it around like Austin Powers in
So,
the cart. Hey,
honestly,
Britt, what's
uh,
happening, man? I hope you're doing well. It's been some time.
we have two cans to try tonight. And might I say, honestly, to me, it's been very refreshing to have at least 2 cans to try almost every week the past couple weeks, and even a couple more after this week. But it's been very refreshing to have because typically in the summer it kind of dies out. The market kind of slows down, and then the fall it semi picks up, but like it's really picked up right now. So it has felt great, especially on our end. Even if some of these aren't new products, but for us going back and forth, it's been really nice to me thinking about we've had 2 products to showcase each week and try. So if you
Agree.
check out the previous episode to see what we have been trying lately. Technically, more specifically, me, but still us, because Riley's had me try first for him. We still have more to try, but tonight,
I also feel like there's some of them where just simply put, I really don't think that there's some of them that you're gonna like from here on out.
well, I say
Brand
tonight we
aside,
have the
but
new
yes.
Monster Vice Guava, and then we have the new Ryse Grape Kool-Aid, which I will admit, I was still am very 50-50 on the cherry ring pop they came out with recently that we tried on last episode. I really want to love it. It's okay. It is just okay. There are definitely better flavors, but it's not the worst thing ever.
Okay, so a couple of things. Before you wanted to deep dive, did you want to get the news out of the way first? Also, I don't think I've ever seen you drink a dew, zero
I
or not.
I only drink zero. Yeah, I'll have one
No, I
every
said
once in a while, and it's only
no, I'm
zero.
saying I've never outside of maybe I don't even think I've seen you drink like Kickstart or
Nope.
the Rise or Energy on the show. I don't think I've ever seen you drink a Mountain Dew on the show. I
Nope.
know you'll only drink zero because of sugar, but it's the principle.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you bring that up, PepsiCo, owns Mountain Dew, of course.
Yep.
So they've been doing a lot recently. So first off, I'm not sure if you know this, but you know me, I'm a snack guy. Did you know that they're addressing the chip issue about the
No, but
bags that they
I
found out
know
that
PepsiCo is changing a bunch of stuff for their brands in 2025.
yeah, so already a couple of things going on. They found out that they're going to store brands for chips, Walmart brand, CVS brand, whatever, Costco brand. So they're actually going to be filling up the bags a little bit more because they saw the decline and everyone's saying like screw this. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. My favorite chips right now are the Bowl and Basket brand right now.
Who?
It's Bowl and Basket. It's from basically over where I am here in Northeast. There's these grocery chains, and instead of doing name brand from the store itself, like store brand, basically these grocery chains are using the same store brand thing and it has the same label to cut down on costs.
Hmm.
So if one says the Stop and Shop and one says ShopRite, they both say Bowl and Basket, and they're doing it for a ton of products, cases of water, milk, you name it. That's just what they're doing. But along with it, PepsiCo is discontinuing a few things coming into. I think this might be the end of it. So first off, Pepsi Mango. I'm kind of
Yep.
about that. Whatever. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream, and thank you for Recon for tagging us in this.
Oh yeah, she
The
sent you the
Pepsi,
TikTok.
yes, the Pepsi Nitro gone. Mountain Dew Major Melon gone. The Fugazi Raspberry Lemonade
Whoa,
gone.
whoa, 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 whoa. Spark was decent.
It was a Fugazi. Voltage from the fountain.
Fountain specifically.
Specifically the fountain bottle, you'll still find it.
And can. And
Gone.
2 liter.
Let's see. Frostbite. Mountain Dew Frostbite. Gone. And let's see what else we have here. I think there's a couple other ones that are, let's see, the red, white, and blue Mountain Dews. I believe those are disappearing.
Those are gonna be disappearing next summer, but they will be doing there's another
And also, the
red,
one
white,
thing
blue
that
flavor that they're gonna bring back.
also here's the one that makes this everything relevant. So we tried the Rockstar Focuses. I was waiting for the honeydew melon, the watermelon, kiwi, and passion fruit mango to have this official release, and I've never seen them. Apparently, they're discontinuing them. And the mixed berry, which I still haven't seen, that's also disappearing. So for somebody, again, I have no idea. And this is why PepsiCo, I think, failed in my mind on this one. Because if you were releasing a new product, right? I'll give you an example of a Pepsi versus Coke here. All right. When Coke did Coke Energy, they did a Super Bowl commercial with Jonah Hill, and they released it in, I believe it was 3 flavors. You have regular, cherry, and coffee. And one maybe had like zero sugar or something. I don't know. But to say the least, it bombed for a reason. It did. Whereas PepsiCo says, hey, we're going to release this. No big giant, you know, no big giant release for it. And when you have a new product and everyone's wishy washy about it, and that's if they tried it, boom, let's release 4 more flavors before we know anyone even likes it. Isn't that just a stupid move?
Yep.
You release something, you don't know if it's going to go well, and then you back out by taking off 3 of those brand new products. It is just a bad look. Completely a bad look. I'm not, and unfortunately, it just sucks because I mean, I've always tried to find these things individually, and I haven't had luck. The next one I'm really hyped to see, ironically, comes from a Dick's Sporting Goods, and that's the Redcon One Prime Punch.
Hmm.
Apparently, it's the only place that sells them single can. Dick's Sporting Goods, yeah. But
Good
sure
old
as
Dick.
shit, I have one in my town, but apparently the nearest one is 25 to 30 miles away from you. Ain't happening. I'm not going to do that to you. Oh, and Rockstar Punched Lime Freeze is also being discontinued. Hmm. Very interesting to say the least. I mean, we knew that this year, the start of this year, that PepsiCo was going in with cuts. You saw what they did to Mountain Dew early in the year, saying Mountain Dew Energy, you're cut off. Essentially, we're going to be looking at Mountain Dew's only going to have like maybe, they're only going to have like maybe 4 or 5 flavors at this point on a regular basis.
For what? Like bottle?
For bottle, probably, yeah.
I feel like it'd be more than that. They got a lot of
No, I'm
flavors.
no, I'm just saying they got a lot of flavors, dude, but it looks like they're kicking back on a lot and just focusing on what's working. But it's like if you go by what they have now and like what would stay, like they're basically going to crank numbers and punch it down to like a religious basis. So outside regular, zero, red, code red rather, voltage, you got to do the 3 game fuels in my opinion, the orange, the red and the purple. But outside of that, what else is left?
I mean, they're still gonna have the newer flavors regularly in stock.
Like I said, I have no idea what the hell they're going to do. I just know one thing, the energy thing that they're trying to go over and for they're trying to have the energy thing go to Celsius and Rockstar and so far Rockstar is the stepchild to Celsius. Thanks PepsiCo. Appreciate it.
So, pre-game
Which one first,
predictions.
Teach?
I would say pre-game predictions. Which one do you think you'll like more?
I don't know if I'm going to like either.
Which one do you think you'll be least disappointed in?
Least disappointed in?
Or I should say, which one do you think you'll be the most disappointed in?
That's even hard to tell. I'm thinking the Kool-Aid is either going to taste like an actual grape or it's going to taste medicine. That's going to flop. And the guava, is it going to taste like foot and monster aftertaste? I don't know.
So, which one do you think is more disappointing, or will be? This is the least excited I've seen Riley to ever try cans on the show. These are 2 brand new cans by 2 reputable companies.
I'm staring at like this like it's my bills and taxes being due for crying out loud. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I didn't know there was
We,
fraud and evasion in front of you.
how about eviction?
Oh, I've never heard of tax eviction. Taxes, it's over. You're out.
No,
Get out.
it's
You're
actually funny
evicted.
because I remember Plug Sassy was talking about someone at her work brought in tortilla chips, but they were non-salted. And she goes, I like my chips salty. And I'm just kind of like, wow, they must have tasted like eviction, right? And she goes, you need salt. Chips
Mm-hmm.
need salt.
They do.
So the I will just say this. To say if I were to put it in perspective, they both have a low floor. The Ryse Kool-Aid has a higher ceiling. You know, like how when they say potential, where's the floor, where's the ceiling?
Mm-hmm.
They both have a very low floor, but the Ryse Kool-Aid has a higher ceiling. Tell you what, want to coin flip it?
Sure.
What do you want for heads and tails, brother?
Heads Ryse, tails monster.
Well, tails for guava since guava tastes like foot is kind of fit. So, all
Yep.
right,
I personally feel like the guava will be the most disappointing, and the grape will be better.
heads,
Heads.
heads,
All right, we're
heads,
getting hopefully the better one out of
heads.
we're having the better one first, hopefully.
Hopefully.
So again,
Ah,
this
jeez.
is Ryse
I gotta be
Grape
careful because like I usually
Kool-Aid.
open a tab with my middle finger. I got cut underneath the nail and it's prying at me.
Grape Kool-Aid by Ryse. Armand Ty is saying he's almost positive we will both like the Guava Monster more than the new Ryse cans, and saying this is a top 3 in the Ultraline Easy. I must be a big fan of this Guava. Ryse bottom 3 womp womp. Oh, that's got a good smell.
Mm,
I think it smells real good.
mm.
That reminds me straight up of grape Kool-Aid. This one's got to be hard. How can they? I can see the cherry, like cherry ring pop, being a little hard, but this has got to be impossible to mess up, right?
You're
They
shitting me, right?
what?
You're shitting me, right?
No, how?
You think that this is gonna be impossible to mess up
I would
potentially?
hope it be. It's grape Kool-Aid. It's got to be an easy flavor not to mess up.
Cheers, I suppose.
Salute. It's not medicine grape. It is carbonated grape Kool-Aid.
Okay. So I will kind of go by this. It's not bad. So do I prefer this over the cherry? Yes. If I were to say the cherry, if I were to compare the two, I would probably say that the cherry would go to like a 2.5 grade and this would be a 3 out of 5. Cuz the problem that I'm having, and I think I know what Ty is trying to say, is it's very hard to replicate certain flavors into a sugar-free. And the very problematic thing with grape that Ryse missed and Ghost hit on is not only do you need a certain flavor profile, but you need a certain sweetness. If you go by the Ghost, it's actually a little more sweeter than I thought it would be. The Welch's, would
Sure.
you agree? Just a little
Sure.
more sweeter than I thought.
To me, it wasn't even about the sweetness so much. Or to me, when it came to their grape, it was more the fact that that was the flavor that felt like it had the least amount of ghost aftertaste. That's what surprised me the
You
most.
didn't have Ghost aftertaste. It's less acidic than I could recall, and it does have a little bit of a sweetness to it. Now, Ghost is sweet, but still. But for me, this lacks sweetness.
I don't, and I think me personally, I feel like that's what helps it. Sometimes you don't always want something overly sweet, and again, I don't think this is the best Ryse flavor out there, but I'm far from disappointed. It's
Far
not the
from it.
best thing out there again, but I like this. I think they did a good job for what it is. I think the biggest part is messing up the grape part, and they didn't because they got the Kool-Aid part down. They have the previous Kool-Aid flavor.
Maybe this is just a category of grape I'm not down for because this isn't it for me.
I would think of it
Nope.
because you have Kool-Aids out there that are zero sugar.
I'm just saying the other Kool-Aid that they made.
The tropical Kool-Aid they have is a banger. It is a banger. And with this, to me, the Kool-Aid flavor is there. The grape flavor is decent. They easily could have messed up on the grape flavor.
If
It
we
could
had to
have been
compare the Kool-Aid
medicine.
flavors, this is shining the tropical Kool-Aid shoes.
Sure.
Oh,
I do think the
yeah.
tropical one is better, but I would still drink this again. For me, this is a 7.35. I would recommend it to a friend, and I would drink it again. If there are other Ryse flavors at the store, I would pick something else. But if it was between this or like the cherry ring pop, I would definitely pick this.
If I was torn between the two, I'd pick the grape.
Would you recommend it to a friend?
Depending the friend's flavor profile, but not cut and dry. No.
In general, would you recommend? Would you tell a friend to try it?
I would say if you're
Just-
into cool, if
Just
you're into
blank
Kool-Aid,
saying trying it, not being like, "Oh my god, this is the best grape ever." Just like, "Hey, you should try it."
then no.
Would you drink it again?
I'd be very hesitant to. So that probably
Really?
was no. It comes down to when, and again, I understand, and this kind of goes with every part of just being part of the program here. So let's say that my guy John, who is going to get his glitch package soon if he hasn't already. What happens if he hits me up and says, "What flavor do you want to try?" And I say, "What flavor are you into?" Just like anything out there, right? It's common to us and particularly myself when somebody says, "Who has the best orange cream?" It's a very tough question. And then, hey, which one's the most easy to find? Now the most easy to find is that Ghost Orange Cream because that is one of the best cans they've made. But if Ryse were to make an orange cream, hint, hint, I hope they do, that might blow it out of proportion. Might be better than the old orange vibe. Who knows? But you know what I mean? Like flavor profile wise, like grape, there's other grapes out there that I would take this over. Right now, it'd probably be the Ghost Welch. If somebody were to say the Tiger's Blood can, who do you got? I'd say go for the Ryse. If somebody said, what's a guava flavor to go to? If Glitch has the Guava Warfare, I'm saying that is picking your poison. Now, even though I don't think it's technically a guava flavor, it's like a guava candy, it's just the principle.
On to Tails. The new Monster Ultra Zero Line Ultra Vice Guava. In my opinion, this is the best thing Monster's ever made. The Zero Line, not the flavor, but the Zero Line.
Okay. I was about to say, check
Yeah,
yourself.
definitely. No, definitely not the Guava, but the Zero Line. The Zero Line's the best thing that they've done for Monster.
No, not in my house.
You ready?
If I could get a grip underneath here. There we go.
Now, again, in general, I'm not a big guava person. And the only guava I've
Neither
ever
am I.
found to like is Guava Warfare. But that was guava, but it was a little bit sweet.
Like I said, that's why I think it's like candied guava.
This smells interesting.
And Ty despises guava. We'll see.
Was Ty a fan of this?
I believe so. Honestly, this smells like
What?
No, it smells like Monster, but toned down.
Foot?
No, I don't smell foot.
No foot monster?
And
No,
no, and
no monster
no,
feet.
and no foot, no foot. I don't know, man. We'll see.
Oh, I know what we should do after this.
Humor me.
I got something in mind after we try this. So just something in
What?
mind.
What? You have a pipe in mind?
No, I think we should rank all the flavors on the zero line. Do a tier list of all Monster Zero flavors.
You think you can pull it up?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did. We'll drink this, and then I can do that pretty quick afterwards. But
Yeah, that'd be probably a good idea. All right, so cheers, brother.
salute.
Okay, so the way that I'm looking at this, because this is very distinctive. Do you remember trying the G Fuel Glitch Mix can?
Do I remember? No.
Okay. Uh,
Have I
how
in the
do
past? Technically, yes, because there's proof. Because we have
okay,
receipts, but I don't honestly recall what it tasted like.
okay, so basically what you have here is it sucks because you don't have a Monster Zero to test sample this, but the way that I kind of look at it, what I remember from Glitch Mix was you have the very sweet strawberry and coconut flavor. You have that pina colada, but instead of it having a sweet note at the end, guava and it dumbs down the sweetness. It just makes it this weird. Is guava like a root fruit or something? I don't.
Not 100% sure. In all honesty,
Not a lot of aftertaste either. It, like gets dry at the end. It tastes like somebody took. It's like somebody took Monster Zero and just dumbed it down. Like they dumbed down the sweetness to it. That's what it tastes like. Interesting to say the least. If you're a guava guy, I'm not sure if this is it. I mean, I've tried some guava flavored stuff and hmm, it's mediocre. Not worth the time.
I will agree. I think this is very mediocre. I am not overly impressed. I don't hate it. It's by far not a monster flavor I would go to in general, especially on the zero line. Um,
Yeah. Also, if you want to get that monster list together,
already going.
because I know it's actually really hard. I only see this in delis. I'm assuming that they get from their vendor. But the ones that I find very rare to see are the ultra red and the ultra blue ball. Those are just kind of mid tier. How many freaking look up freaking? Oh my god. Yeah.
So, what do you rate it?
It's not bad. It's just very mediocre. It's bland. So bland, I hear Chef Ramsay echoing in the background.
You forgot the plot. I give it a strong 5.2.
Fucking donut.
5.2. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not like atrocious. I definitely wouldn't recommend it to a friend. I'm not huge on it. It's very okay.
2.9. Again, it's not good, but it's not bad where you can complain about it.
It's just very mediocre. This is what I would say is the definition of mid. It is so mid.
I mean, you have the aftertaste. It actually, there's not even really an aftertaste. There's like the beginning taste of it. It doesn't taste like foot, as Ty says, but it is.
You bring that up actually, and it makes a good point. You're right. It has a little bit of a flavor punch on the like first drink, and then like once you're actually
Well, yeah,
it's
like
already in your
when
mouth, it's
when you're while sipping it, you taste something, but then as soon as you swallow, and you know how the sometimes the flavor will linger.
it's just gone.
This does not linger. It's freaking gone.
It's gone, and in a weird way of saying it, it has like a general monster taste to it. It's like a generic monster. So
Yeah,
I would give it a 5.2. I personally wouldn't recommend it to a friend, and I wouldn't try it again. Would you try it again, Riley?
no need to.
Would you recommend it to a friend?
No, hard not.
Uh, so
I would
how do
I
you
would
feel
say
about?
I would say pick up regular freaking Monster Zero. Oh, also, thank you for 10 Curls for bringing this up. Gamer Subs from Crusade Raid has Swagger Souls. And thankfully, the flavor profile is actually written on the tub. It is a step cousin to your flavor, mango tea.
Mm,
Mmm. So I'm looking at so teach daddy. You're gonna wanna let me just present this real quick because thank you, 10 Girls, for bringing this up because that's a sexy looking tub. Got the night helmet, matches with the chrome top. I dig that. I really do. So what do we got, Teach Daddy? Oh my god, the pain.
we've got all of the zero line flavors that are ripped straight from the Monster website.
Also, there's a couple in here that are missing.
Are there?
Oh, never mind. I see the two pinks and then we have the new one. Hmm. Okay, so the first one is easy. Doesn't that go into S?
Yep. So we have S, A, B, C, D, and this is Monster Ultra Zero, and this is an easy S tier.
I
Go,
was about to say, okay, so starting off on a good note.
go.
So if we're going to be doing this, um, can
Ultra
if
Zero.
if this is just
Right.
going to be the bottom of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we just put the guava in D?
Sure.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I went, so you go ahead and go.
I think we just go right down the line. And I'm
Okay.
going to pull this back up. Just make sure. Okay, so the next one we have is Ultra Red. Ultra Red is a crisp and refreshing mixed berry. Me, B.
I think I could do that. I was gonna go C, but I could go B. It's early.
And now we go to the Ultra Blue. Ultra Blue is described as a light citrus and berry. To
To me,
me,
this is a C.
I was gonna go B, but I could also see C. I'm kind of in between here. I'll go C with you.
It's a harsh compromise or so. Now, this
Now,
one's tough.
this is one that I'm actually would be up there for me. This is, and I don't see it anywhere anymore. But this is the Ultra Black,
Only
which is
out
crisp and
I
refreshing
only
black
see them when
cherry.
you buy cases from Amazon, yeah.
For me, this was an A. I think they did a really good black cherry.
I feel like this is riding the line between I wanna say this one's S for me.
Really.
Yes.
See, I don't think it's as quite as S, but it's definitely A tier.
Not only that, but you wanna know what I've also found out? The
What's that?
white the more you taste of the grapefruit flavor profile from the White Monster and you test other products out there, you find out that it's not as good as it used to be. So, I mean, if we're putting the white in there, I'm thinking the black is also an S tier, but I understand where you're riding the line.
I'll go S. Next, this one I am very controversial about. We did try this on the show last year when it came out. The Ultra Strawberry Dreams, sweet yet tart strawberry flavor.
You first. You're not going to like mine. There's a lot of people that are not going to like my opinion on this.
Mind you, this was thought to be a strawberries and cream, but they just say it's a sweet yet tart strawberry flavor. To me, when this first came out and reviewed it, I didn't think it had hardly any cream if that was the true case. As a strawberry person, it's okay. Personally, B.
What?
Yeah. I was wanting more out of
I
this.
think you rank. So I wanted more out of this too, but dude, this thing sucks. I put it in D.
I don't think it's D. I think it's a fair
It's
B.
D. It's
No. C. C
oh,
then. It is
oh,
not D. It is not, I would rather have the strawberry dreams over the guava any day.
I think they both suck.
I think we go C.
Okay, I'll compromise and go C.
Okay. Next, we have one of my least liked flavors from the Ultra Zero line, which is the Ultra Paradise. It is a kiwi lime with a hint of cucumber. D.
So, what'd you say?
D.
B or C?
D. D.
You want in D?
D.
Tell you what, let's put this in C. We'll make this. I will say I used to try the old formula of it, and I remember a couple years later I tried it again, and it was much better. I can't say why, but I remember it was like ultra this, and now it's like after they like rebranded the name or something, it tastes better. I promise you.
This one I also think is fairly decent. This is the Ultra Fiesta Mango, which is described as cool mango. I think this is A. I think
We'll
Monster
go
did a
away.
good job with the
We'll go
mango.
away. We'll go away.
Now, what I think is going to be arguably one of the most controversial between you and I for differing opinions, and we're going to base it solely on it itself and not any comparatives, which is the Ultraviolet, a light citrus and grape. B.
For me, this is D.
D.
D for donut.
I say for a grape though, it's okay. It's really not that bad.
No, I'm not. You can't even. I'm not even comparing it to grape. I'm just going by what tastes good and what does not. I can't recommend the purple to anybody. I flat out think it sucks. Same thing with the
Okay.
rose. I think it sucks. D.
You thought rose sucks?
Garbage.
So next on the list is the Monster Ultra Rose, which, funny enough, if you look at the website, and I'm not making this up, I'm looking at the website on this other monitor right now. Ultra Rose is described as bright and sweet. Bright and sweet what?
That's a fairy go sprinkling some pixie dust over it and me calling it fucking garbage.
Ultra Rosa is crafted with a blend of flavors for a whole new experience. 0 sugar, 10 calories, bright and sweet. The fuck is bright and sweet?
For something bright and sweet, they don't make it anymore.
For something bright and sweet, it's weird that it's ending up in D.
For something so bright and sweet, what hot garbage.
Now we get to one of the OGs, which is the Ultra Sunrise, which is a very easy, light and crisp citrus and orange. For me, I say this is an A.
I was gonna go B, but all right, we can go away there.
I think this is a very good orange. I think this is a solid orange,
Okay,
a solid
okay.
citrus.
All right. Pineapple, I'm going A personally.
Then there's the Ultra Gold, which is next. Ultra Gold is described as refreshing golden pineapple. Honestly, I'll give you the A. This one I was thoroughly surprised by when it came to Monster. It's definitely not one of my favorites. I don't go to it often, but if I had to drink it and it's like the only Monster something can give me, I'll still drink it happily. It's not my first pick. But I think Monster actually did a good job
I
on the
agree.
pineapple.
Not the first pick, but very good. I was very surprised because the Monster and pineapple tastes both blended, unlike the Mountain Dew one where there's like a little tad funky aftertaste at first.
Now here's one that I will always jokingly give really crap for. because of his
Yep.
flavor preference.
Yep.
Next, you have one that is straightforward and easy to go to. This is Ultra Watermelon, a refreshing watermelon. Really is Mr. I don't like watermelon, but I also like watermelon.
There's some watermelons that hit and some where I'm like, "Oh my god, what am I doing with my life?" Yes.
Now, I actually think this is a pretty decent watermelon personally. I would rank it B.
I agree. That looks very weird having 2 reds next to one another.
Second
I could see the little difference though.
second to last, this is a flavor I'm a big connoisseur of. I was slightly disappointed in it, but I actually still think they did a decent job for what it is. You have Ultra Peachy King, refreshing peach. Personally, I want to put this into the A, but I think it's a B.
I wanna put that A.
You want
So,
to put A.
yes. So, for context, I thought when the Strawberry Dreams Monster came out, I thought it would be right next to how we talk about the Peach Monster. It's not. It's just not. Too damn bad. But
I'll,
look at where
I'll,
the strawberry is, look at where the peach is. It's a damn shame.
I'll give you it on the A. Last but not least, a very interesting flavor. And I think this one, Relly and I might go back and forth on quite a bit. This was the Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red. We actually tried this earlier this year as an early new flavor of 2024. Relly and I both searched for it. It actually came out about 6 months ago, not too long ago.
Last time I had it, I think I've had this in total 4 times and never desired it to be a 5th.
Now, this is described as a fresh pink pample mousse. And you're like, what the hell is pink pample mousse or pink pample mousse? But when you look it up,
It sounds like some mysterious thing that comes from Azimuth Gold's kitchen that he just cleaned. It sounds like the gunk from underneath there somewhere.
it's essentially a brethren to grapefruit.
Hmm.
I didn't hate it. It reminded me a good chunk of white, but it's not as goated as white. I don't hate it to the point of D, but I definitely don't think it deserves A. Personally, C or B. I lean more C.
I'm going straight C. I don't not worth my time putting in B. So,
I,
based off what we see right here, if there is no rebuttal, any changes for you? Anything you could think of, or do you want to talk it out?
I think everything is personally fair. I think if if you had to give any other flavor a chance in the S slot, what would it be?
Anything in the you see,
If one more flavor could be moved up to S, what would you put it? What would it be?
I think that the only those are the only 2 that could go in S tier. I think the pineapple, it's just not good enough to be S tier. I think that would be the next closest one, but I just don't think it rides the line. If I were to make any changes, it would be personally, I'd probably put the tropical paradise into B, and I think that would be it.
The Ultra
That'd
Paradise
be the
into B?
yes.
See, it's funny because I would be if I could change anything around here, I would say the mango or orange are either both a contention to possibly be S's. Otherwise, I think this goes down to D for sure. Personally, um,
I mean, personally, I have the mixed berry, the first red in C, but if that's a very low B tier, I'm not complaining. The ultra blue is good where it is. I mean, from this line and, you go into a gas station, you see a Monster fridge and you see it light up with all the colors. Yeah.
There are totally
And
or
there's not
there are 15 total right now flavors in the Ultra line.
crazy. Although from the, other line that they're trying to do, where it's part sugar and part sugar-free, whatever, those I like all of them really, but, there's still so many people that say the orange dreamsicle is the best one out of the line when I think it's the white pineapple.
I'd say out of those, it's the dreamsicle. Pineapple's good though.
So, do you have, like, a top 5, favorite monsters right now?
Top 5 favorite monsters?
Yeah, around the
Uh,
horn. Also, is Rio Punch isn't sugar-free, is it?
no,
It's got some sugar in it,
it's
but it's
got
not
so much
sugar-free.
sugar, so much.
Well, it's not 70, right?
You'd actually be surprised by how much sugar it has. I wanted to try it one time, saw how much sugar was in it, and I said no, thank you.
We tried it on the show.
I
I
think
think
you did. I
well,
don't know if I did.
I think we both did. But you only, like, sipped it because you're like, "Hey, I'm not a sugar guy." And,
So if
I
I
think it
had
was
to
like
do,
4 I think it was like 40 or something.
yeah, I think it's 50.
But even so, the regular OG Monster has about 70 in it, like,
If I had to go
crazy.
top five, number one is easy. Ultra white,
You don't have to put them in order, just name the 5. Because
ultra
that if
white,
you gotta label it, it's hard.
peach tea rehab, uh, the peaches and cream one,
'Kay.
um,
Dreamsicle, probably.
monster. Oh, yeah, that one actually wasn't bad too. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you just said that Dreamsicle is your best out of that line, then you said the peaches and cream.
Totally forgot about peaches and cream. I guess I put the orange creamsicle in there because I do think it's actually a good one. And
And
then
then one more. What do you got?
I can't find them, but I want to say ultra black, but I can't find them hardly, so I haven't drank one forever. So I'm gonna say ultra citrus or ultra orange.
Alright, so my top 5, if I gotta say right now, hmm, give me the black, give me the gold, I'd say give me the white, give me white pineapple. There is a difference between the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, scratch that. Take out the ultra gold, I'll take the white pineapple, and I got 2 more. I'll say give me the monster peach, and then ooh, hmm, very tough, very tough.
Very tough.
Screw it, give me the Rio Punch.
Really?
I don't know why. I guess it just kinda goes for it occasionally or something.
I
That's the
haven't had
only
much of the
monster I've looked at
punches,
and said,
and
"No."
mostly because of the amount of sugar
Actually,
in them.
no, no, replace that with Monster Green Tea, the new release.
Really? I did not expect that to be the flavor of all flavors for you.
Well, I mean, for me, like, I'm a green tea guy, like, I mean, like, people find it crazy, but, like, you've seen me have, like, the Pure Leafs around, and sometimes I buy a case at a time. There's some people that literally, like, have tried it, and they're like, "Hey, you might have to have a sip," and I'm like, "It's unsweetened," and "Oh, it's okay," and they're like, "Oh my god, dude, why is it so bitter? Why is it so dark?" And I go, "I told you it's unsweetened." "Yeah, but it's dark. It's black tea, not brown tea."
See, I don't
Same
mind
thing
tea,
sa
but I'm not big on green tea.
I'm big on green tea. It used to be a caffeine source when I was down on my luck, it would just be green tea bags.
Do you like
I
matcha
would
then?
I do like matcha, actually. I just, although caffeine, man, actually said that this was discontinued and for the best, but he said the worst energy drink what he ever tried was matcha based.
I can believe that. Matcha is
He said it
very
was
hit or
the
miss.
so I mean, I like matcha. Like there's this smoothie place and there actually is a matcha shake. I do grab that occasionally. I'm not saying I'm more Asian than the woman I had a thing with on and off, but
There you go.
yeah, I do like it here and there. Yeah.
If you could wish for Monster to make a new flavor, what would it be? If you had the keys to the castle for one new flavor, it could be a part of any line of theirs, but it's got to stay within their lines. What would it be?
Give me
Remember,
the
that means
OG.
you have like rehab,
Hear
you
me out.
have
Hear me out. Hear
coffee,
me out.
you have
I know
zero.
I easily know the answer. Give me the OG monster mixed.
Oh, wasn't that
But
the
put that it was mixed. I think it was
IXT?
MIXXD. The white grape.
Was that white grape?
Banging. Yes, it had a white grape juice in it to a point. Yeah, the OG
I
when the
don't remember that one.
it was hard to find. I don't know why. Simpler times back then, my good friend. Simpler times. You know, simple times where not finding that was one of the biggest problems I had or getting kicked out of a skate spot. I didn't have to worry about taxes or broken bones or medical bills or insurance fraud or any of those things. I didn't have to worry about economy. Well, I did, but at the same time, you get what I'm saying?
I'll give you a weird hot take. I'll give you a weird one. And I really, if I had the keys to the castle, I want to see this be weird.
Oh, also, by the way, I did say put that in the ultra line, by the way. So zero sugar, and you'd be happy as a pig in shit with that one. So basically, it would be like Monster Ultra Zero, but it would be, I guess you can say, white purple because it was a white grape.
So Monster has the Ultra line, right? They've done
Mhm.
teas in the Ultra line. They've done
Okay.
lemonades in the Ultra line. Give me an Ultra or give me a Rehab lemonade tea.
I thought they had that.
I don't think they have a lemon tea. And if they do, I've never seen it and or tried it. I could be wrong. I don't think they have a lemon tea.
Double
Lemonade tea.
down. Do they have a mango tea?
Uh
Rehab mango tea.
From my understanding on the Rehab, it is green tea, peach, strawberry, lemonade, and then mixed berries. It's the purple one.
Oh, and
Wild berry.
there's a rehab watermelon, I believe,
Is there? I
for
don't think I've
whatever
seen
reason.
that one.
Rehab watermelon red can.
The red can strawberry.
Ah, strawberry. Mm.
Oh, they mm, they have something called Rojo tea.
What the hell is that?
Mm-hmm. Actually, no,
I
you're
never get
right.
it.
The older Monster Rehab was tea plus lemonade. Tea plus lemonade. Tea plus orange. So I think this is the older Monster Rehab line. Unless they have different varieties of the
Well,
Rehab line.
if you remember, they had the rehab line, then it went away for a while, and they brought it back
So
because
they
there's
have
two different
Monster Rehab and then they have Monster Energy Rehab.
Yeah, because the Monster Rehab green tea. This is the second time Monster's done a green tea. This is just like the newer edition. And when I was working construction, that was one of my go-tos if I need something from a gas station. Because sometimes I'd look at my shaker and I'm like, you know what? Based on this work scope today, I'm gonna need another drink. And sometimes I did. And then you'd see the buy two special and you'd be like, hey, I'll have one and you have one. Yeah.
But
Those were
Mr.
the days.
But Mr. Riley, I think it's a good spot to stop for 133. Good
Probably
episode.
so. I'd say so. I'd say so. Kept it moving. Um, you know, I really don't know. I feel like as my predictions kind of went through here, I'm definitely disappointed in these. Although, just to get one thing out of the way, how many cans do we have for next week?
In general, I think there's 4 more, 2
Oh yeah,
C4s
that's
and
right.
2
You had
first forms.
two C4s, two first forms. Well, let's see. It's actually gonna be very funny because the tables that I was, because everyone saw how enthusiastic I was for this week, and sure enough, you're gonna have the same reaction for these guys. It's just be like, "Hey, Teach, happy Monday, good morning." Yay,
Yeah.
that's gonna be you a week from today. Just be like, "Hey, Teach, you got everything in the fridge?" Yeah, I got two things polluting my fridge that's taking up room.
Yep. Can't wait for them to turn into 10 cents here in Michigan.
You know, it's it's funny because there's so many states that don't have bottle deposit or anything else. But it was very funny because somebody on I think it was a YouTube video and it was something sports related. And I said, and I say this because there's some states down south and central where they don't know what the bottle deposit is. But I said, over here in Connecticut, we have a saying. That guy's kicking down the road, that guy's kicking the can down the road for far too long. He's trying to get his 10 cents, but there's a problem with that. It's going to take him forever to get that 10 cents, and it's just not freaking worth it. It's not worth the time or the energy, and it's just time to accept it and let it go. That's kind of like how I felt like when I was trying these because I'm like, where are you? I have mediocre good, a little disappointed, and you know how there's the guy where you didn't invite and and he shows up and he insults somebody and fucks up the whole gathering?
Sure.
That's Guava being introduced in this line.
Damn.
Literally, this is what it is. It's just like, "Hey Guava, fancy seeing you here. Yeah, I came to talk shit about the people, make it awkward silence and then like stay around for a couple hours even though I wasn't invited." Literally, all this hype just to be the worst thing made in the line. Arguably worse than the line. I think Rose is a waste of time, but they don't make it anymore. So now this officially is now the worst can that they make. What's a can that's worse than the Guava right now that they currently make? You can't even fathom it, can you?
Nope.
I can't recommend this to a friend. I can't even say it's good. I just say that this is a waste of
Mediocre.
a collab, waste of beautiful artwork on the side. I understand where they were going with this, but ain't worth the squeeze. No, no. Mr. Jean no home. I really think that's going to probably the best way to end it. Not the worst can we've ever reviewed on this show, but definitely the worst one we've had.
Quite some time.
We've been doing good, thankfully. We've been doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing very well. One thing I do gotta say though is, oh, wrong button, wrong thing to play with. I went underneath the mic instead of holding it here. What do you recommend for water ratio for orange screamsicle?
I recommend 16 ounces for everything. 16 a common denominator.
It's weird because like I gotta experiment with it more. I want to try maybe a little less sometime, maybe rinse out the shaker a little bit better. But I get very strong blood orange, and on the back burner, it's vanilla. It's interesting. Not my
Save that
favorite
one for
so
you
far,
to
but I could be very wrong.
save that one for you next week to do a full review on and get your taste.
Yep, and I also gotta see if I could head to the sporting goods store to finally get this package out to you. It's been too long. We will see how things go. Everybody, please pay attention to the Twitter and the TikTok. You'll see some other reviews going on. And if you do follow the TikTok account, you saw how that I tried a few bangs for the first time. Spoiler. Thank you to the real companies out there that know how to make vanilla without tasting like Pepto. Oh, the pain. Everybody, please be safe, be well, stay healthy, drive safely. Don't talk shit to people, especially the veterans, so you don't get canceled. Make sure you clean your kitchen. If you know, you know. And with that being said, everybody, hopefully we see you next Monday. We love you all. Take it easy. Have a good one.